spills raw, cutting deep wide. Timmy's haunted by what he can't confide. The squad's faces all turned to stone. Two drunks drown in a lifeless sea. Every word etched in his bones, their stories twist in reality. Moments of glory now shrouded in grime. Podcast shadows cling tight, refuse to let go. Faded memories tangled in time. Timmy's truth, a bitter afterglow. After the mic dies, there's nowhere to hide. Echoes of the past on every side. Truth spills raw, cutting deep wide. Timmy's haunted by what he can't confide. The squad's faces all turned to stone. Two drunks drown in a lifeless sea. Every word etched in his bones, their stories twist in reality. Moments of glory, now shrouded in grime. Podcast shadows cling tight, refuse to let go. Faded memories, tangled in time. Timmy's truth, a bitter afterglow.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Aftermath podcast. I am Timmy and I have Decoy NDA sitting with me.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
So on today's episode, we're going to cover the Drunks Teremana. I think it was the Teremana Blanco, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I couldn't remember which one it really was, so I just put small batch tequila in there today.
Okay, that's all
I
right.
knew it had to be one of them, right?
Yeah, it had to be one of the three.
I mean, it's the rock, so you got to know what they're smelling, right?
Mm. That freaking the Rock's way he worked the crowd was just amazing.
Oh,
I
it
remember being
was.
a huge fan of him. Oh, BB's in the chat already. What's going on, boys? Glad to see both your faces. Have a great show.
Yeah,
I
hey,
didn't think
BB.
he'd be here to talk to us today.
Oh, yeah, I mean, considering how we kicked him out of his own, podcast as a host, we took over.
It took over. Yeah, the squad's slowly taking over from him. So he's still upset about the Ryan Reynolds thing, as we saw.
Oh, yeah. I don't think he's going to get over that anytime soon. It's, I think poor Hunter has it in for him until their 50th episode at least.
Yeah, that's gonna be a year-long issue for him, I think.
Oh yeah. So BB, how's the audio coming through? Is Timmy coming through good? And am I coming through good?
What they had was it? Everything good so far? I didn't see anything on the chat.
I haven't either. I mean, I've got excellent connections and everything else showing up everywhere else. I just want to make sure we got good, clean audio. Because what would a podcast be without good, clean audio?
Just our faces mumbling to each other and no one understanding.
Yeah, exactly. I was a little upset though. I was a little upset that it took them over an hour to talk about more than The Rock's, career other than wrestling? Because he's
Oh,
been
with
in a
all his
lot of
movies and
movies.
whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah, he has. He started his he started, when he was kind of younger, and then he worked out of the WWE for a while, and then he came back in cameos and whatnot. And now, well, he started doing like the Fast and the Furious movies
Yeah, The
as
Fast
well.
and the Furious. Yeah, I will say that's one thing about Vince McMahon. He understood that there's more to the WWE than just wrestling. He understood that they are an entertainment company, and entertainment also includes movies. So a lot of the movies, like John Cena, The Rock, uh, and a couple other ones, are really starting to branch out more into movies, which is actually a good thing because it really gets that brand out there. Now that UFC owns WWE, I'm wondering where that's going to take it with the UFC fighters as well.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. UFC is not really about kind of, well, it's about showmanship and getting the show out there and entertainment too, but the whole faking it, UFC's always been about the reality, not just the personas and it's real hits. It's not, fake throwing each other through a semi broken table or going in with cuts on your head that are easily broken free, for that gore effect. You got to really start beating somebody to to get
Yeah,
blood in that.
yeah, you do have to do that. That's for sure. I mean, it's more about pure sportsmanship with UFC. But I mean, I like today. I literally watched a clip. It came across one of my feeds, and it was Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, and the Undertaker in the ambulance. One of the classic scenes because the Undertaker's sitting there driving the vehicle. Triple H
Mhm.
wants to go with Stone Cold to the hospital, and Stone Cold literally breaks character when the Undertaker flips around because he does it in such a hurry that you could see him smile and halfway laugh before he's all brought out, and then the Undertaker starts beating on him and everything. Because like Mark has said numerous times, they're all friends. It's all about going in on a Tuesday and getting the paycheck.
Mhm. And keeping the fans behind you if that's what you're supposed to do. If you're supposed to be that hero
Yeah,
persona, not the villain. I got away from the whole wrestling fan base once it seemed like there was a lot more and more of the 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 villain persona coming through. Instead of there was no story behind it. Even like when the Undertaker, he had his what it was 20 plus WrestleManias he won in a
yeah.
row, and then that match that they had, I can't remember exactly who he fought, but you could almost tell that he wasn't into it anymore. He was on his way out, and you can even see that he posts videos and interviews. He was doing it frequently about 4 years ago, and you can kind of see where that the old man and the start catching up to him, so to speak. And
Yeah.
that I don't know that WrestleMania could have been so much better, even if he did lose. Instead of where it seemed really shoddy, you pushed. It was rushed, and you could tell it was fake. They weren't
Ye-
selling it anymore.
Yeah, and I think that's why they want to try to get some of the older wrestlers, kind of like The Rock and John Cena and all those, who have been the face of like WWE, into more movies.
Hmm.
I mean, don't get me wrong, that they're still great wrestlers, and yeah, wrestling, while it looks, most of it can be considered to be partly fake. When you still get body slammed down on that canvas because it's stretched so hard, it still hurts.
Oh yeah, you can see when their fucking heads bounce back. And like we mentioned, Stone Cold, he has a neck injury from I think it was a tombstone style move
Hmm.
where he fucked up his neck for like ever. And
Yeah,
then
both
also,
his knees are shot too.
yeah, he always wore his knee braces.
Yeah.
After he did, what was it, like the Cold Stone Stunner or whatever the fuck they called it. He fucked up his knees or something like that. It's been so long since I've watched
Hmm.
wrestling, man. I used to be
Yeah.
such a huge fan. It's nuts.
But
But yeah, now
it's hard to
go
find
ahead.
out where it's on right now. I mean, I have no clue where wrestling is being broadcast live because it was on Peacock. Now it was on TNN. Then it was over here. It's just
Yeah,
hard because they don't have a hard set, channel that we're gonna be on ABC every Friday night. It's not there.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's everywhere now. They don't have a base anymore. It used to be on the same channel, Friday Night SmackDown, same channel. What was it, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock that they would do their lives? And
Yeah.
then Raw was on, I can't remember what fucking station it was on. I think it was Fox or something, or
USA,
Fox
Raw was on
affiliate.
USA for the longest
Oh, it
time.
was on USA, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And
then they
then
moved off of, and then it went to like, because WCW was Ted Turner, so that was TBS for the
well, then
longest time.
ECW was on Spike
Spike,
TV.
yeah.
Yeah. And
Then when everything merged under one, then that's when it really became, well, where do we go now? It's
yeah,
like we know what city
yeah.
we're in, but we don't know what channel we're going to be on.
We'll just watch it on YouTube later. That's where we find
Exactly.
everything else nowadays.
Yes, exactly.
But
Um,
do you remember what drink they made? Was it a margarita?
yes, they
Maybe
did make a
BB did
margarita
something.
because I remember Hunter saying something. He tasted a lot of pineapple, but BB said I don't think BB said he really did at first. And then I think it kind of, snuck in the back door and bit him. And he says, okay, yeah, I can kind of taste the margarita now.
He usually likes it when it sneaks into the back door.
Oh,
That kind of
yeah.
guy. But yeah, so I mean, they had their usual shot. They had their over ice. And they said, I believe they said that the over ice didn't take the sharpness away from it. Didn't really dilute it as much as the it typically does.
Yeah,
Maybe it was a
because
different drink. It's all
Yeah,
merging
because I
together.
think Hunter, because the first shot, I know on the first one, Hunter was sitting there, getting a little too excited on sniffing the cork, and he kept saying, "Oh man, I smell a lot of lemon. I smell, or no, a lot of lime." And
Mhm.
then when BB brought over the first shot to him, it was like, it was like shoop, gone. It was like, in a heartbeat, and it was like, "Yep, I definitely taste the lime."
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely smell it on the cork and taste it.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's I think I wonder how much of that bottle they actually finished after the show. They had their typical drink where they took a sip of it after, but I wonder if it was good enough for they continued to drink it, after the
Yeah,
fact.
I don't know, but what do you think about them actually contributing to the infinity bottle before doing anything else? Do you like that idea? Um, so that way they know for sure that everything is going into the infinity bottle.
I think it's a good idea. Honestly, like right off the start, getting it out of the way. Not only do you not forget it, you don't accidentally drink the whole bottle because some bottles are just good enough to drink and they're light enough alcohol where you can split it between two or three people. So if you get it out right away, I think that was a good call on their part.
Yeah, I actually do too. It's like because what was there was one that they totally forgot, and it wasn't the Avatar one from
Aviator.
last week. Yeah,
It,
Aviator. There was another one also that they forgot to put in. I'm trying to
was it the
remember which one.
wilderness?
It could
It
be.
might have been the wilderness because I think they
Or
had two oopsies that time
yeah,
because
I
I
can't
mean, it's
really
hard to
remember.
remember. I mean, well, we got four people in the chat. Maybe one of them's BB. He can chime in here. Hunter. I wonder if Hunter's here. Um, yeah, because then there was also an episode they forgot the outro. They didn't do the outro for one of them, and I think BB forgot to do it, but he got it. He nailed it this last time. It was a big oopsie
Yeah.
there. But yeah, the contributing it right off the bat, it takes the we didn't forget, we did it at the beginning and out of camera shot,
Oh,
and it's
okay.
out of camera shot now. I don't know. I think there was one time that you did it when it was off camera. You didn't show it, BB.
Yeah, it may have been one that was recorded, but we had some either a video or an audio issue or something.
Oh,
Uh,
that might have been the
the New Year's Eve, no, it was,
the stream where it was they were on Twitch and YouTube.
yeah,
So
it could have
like
been that
YouTube
one.
didn't catch it or something. I don't know. Well,
Yeah,
anyway,
the one
he
that
forgot.
we were really roasting them.
Yeah, he forgot. I'm just gonna say that. We did forget the wilderness trail. Okay, so it was the wilderness trail. All
Okay,
right,
okay.
perfect. And I believe that was the same episode that you forgot the outro on too.
Only takes more than one thing to really point out, and point,
Oh yeah.
you got to poke the bear every once in a while.
Well, yeah, you gotta keep him moving. If not, he'll get stuck in hibernation. It is kind of winter.
That is true. It is hibernation season.
But yeah, and I think what was it? BB came up with the Teremana. He wanted to do the Rock celebrity episode
Yeah, and I
and
can
made a
and
point to
I can kind
Hunter.
of see why. It's like there's a lot to talk about with The Rock, and I think that they're pretty much tequila drinkers, and it kind of fits their motif, quite well.
Okay. But yeah, BB likes his tequila, but he no, it's his vodka that he really likes, but he gets the cheap shit.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean,
I don't know how anybody can sit there and drink Radiator gin.
I can't do tequila, man. It makes me fucking. It's typically the drink that makes our friend group go to jail. Is tequila.
So the designated driver also has to have a hell of a lot of bail money.
Yeah, no shit. That's why we don't do it. We'll drink everything else. I'm actually on a vodka kick right now. So I'm getting tired of mixing things with soda, getting all the sugar in there. It's kind of catching up to me. So I'm doing the vodka and sweet tea tonight just to see how that goes.
Yeah, it's like there's a couple of Thai restaurants around here that do those mocktails.
Hmm.
They're not on the menu, but the bartenders kind of know that the kids kind of like the having some the drinks. Parents, they see the parents ordering maybe a drink or something, or they see the table over there ordering a drink or something, and they kind of ask the waitress and everything. It's like, hey, what's that? And they say, oh, that's a fancy drink. I like
Yeah,
how they're saying it's a fancy drink. It's not, oh, that's an alcoholic drink. It's a fancy drink. I like how they're bringing that out, so that way it's not being mean to the person ordering it or anything else. And then they they'll normally make the same drinks for kids at the table and everything else, just without the alcohol now.
yeah. It's got all the fruit and whatnot. I think
Hmm.
we got Virgin Shirley Temples up here and a
Yeah,
Virgin Daiquiri that uh, my girlfriend had while she was pregnant because she likes the daiquiris, the strawberry daiquiris from Buffalo Wild Wings. So then she'll get the virgin one so that she still gets the taste of it, but not any of the bad alcohol.
yeah. And it's like I'm still one of those type of people. It's like I don't know how I ever got drug into this, because I am the worst person when it comes to talking about alcohol, because I don't drink. But
Hey,
yet
guys,
I could have been
I
a
gotta go
bartender,
set my.
because
Do you know
what
all the drinks?
I know quite a few of them. I could have been
Yeah,
a bartender.
there
Uh,
you go.
it's like it's I think that like one of their next shows should be, instead of going after the celebrities, go after famous drinks that were in movies,
Right.
like a
Okay.
Godfather.
Hey, I have a visitor that I gotta go get out of the room quick. Yes, you. Give me a second.
Okay,
keep
not a
go-
problem.
keep going on. You gonna say hi? You gonna say hi? No? Okay. All right. So just want to destroy the whole setup here. All right. I'll be right back.
Not a
Oh
problem.
wow, you.
If we
Come on, you. Let's go.
Everybody
Yeah.
knows that the kids are the star of the show and not really us. Um, but yeah, I think that you know these celebrities that are coming out with different drinks and everything. I think that in a way it's a good thing, but also in a way I think it could also be uh, the
Oh, in
superhero
shambles.
syndrome. Oh,
There.
are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. I unplugged my headset when I picked it up.
Oh. Well, I was just kind of filling some time, and it's like I think that these celebrities that are coming out with these drinks could be a good thing, but it could also be a bad thing because of the superhero syndrome.
Okay.
You see kids thinking, oh well, my favorite NFL player is a superhero. But yet, he's got all these legal problems that, the parents don't let the kids know about because they don't want to break that, in the world of wrestling fable with
Mhm.
him and everything else. And I think that, with kids, if they know that, like, a person has a drink, um, they're maybe more inclined to go try that when they turn of legal age, hopefully. Uh,
Hopefully. In a perfect world.
yeah, in a perfect world. Uh, I think that, that could be a good thing or a bad thing. It's just, depending on how they want to spin any of it. Of course, this is just my own opinion. Also, you may have a different opinion on it. BB, Jeff, and Hunter may have a different opinion on it. But I've always been one of those type of people. It's like, I don't care if people drink. It's just, just give me your car keys, literally.
Mhm. Yeah. I get where you're going with that, the persona of it too, because it's a lot of the issues that people have with like rap, especially nowadays. It's kind of like how rock and roll was back in like what, the 70s and 80s, where they talked about drinking and girls and drugs that they did and stuff like that. I mean, it's the same thing that's going on in rap nowadays because everybody's wanting to promote a liquor, and you got all these young kids listening to this music and flooding their
Hmm.
mind with it. And I like rap. I love it. I love every type of music except country and some jazz. I listen to freaking everything. My playlist is just littered with a lot of stuff and getting more and more fed up with rap because all it is about screwing chicks and how big their ass is and how what liquor they're drinking and how they're always in a club. And it's like you're not really promoting a healthy environment because
No.
you don't stay wealthy going in the club and dropping hundreds of dollars on booze. Like and sex sells. I mean, it has for like decades. Like that's the one thing that sells and one thing that gets it through. It's
Well,
just
I
like,
mean,
eventually you gotta broaden your vocabulary and be able to make a rap or make a song without talking about drugs all the time, without talking about liquor, you know, cater to
and
your
see,
audience.
that's one of the bad things about it because, I love Snoop Dogg. I mean, and one of my favorite songs by him is basically Gin and Juice. Yeah,
Mm.
I mean, what is that song literally all about?
Yeah, that's a good
Uh,
one though. That's a
yeah,
classic.
it is. But I mean, that's to me good classic art. hip hop and R&B, not R&B, but hip hop rap, a
Yeah.
good song, because everything just flows in a song like that. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's nothing but sex, drugs, and alcohol. That's literally all it's about.
It sells. All you want to
Yeah,
do when you get it out there is sell it. But I
it
mean, there's so
does.
many different ways to do it. I mean, you got rappers out there, or even artists in general that, that's why I like metal because it's not about any of that. It's the creativity that they get into when they sing their music. It's how they can move their vocals up and down. They have a whole different entertainment spectrum to it. And it's like that. Yeah, it's angry music, and sometimes angry music is perfect right away in the fucking morning. But
Yeah,
you know, I,
unless you're trying to listen to like Linkin Park and Numb, and then all of this is just like an owl screeching for like 3 minutes long.
I like Linkin Park though.
Oh, I love Linkin Park, but I mean, there's just some days I just cannot do some of their music because, like I said, it's like, especially if I have a headache or whatever,
Yeah,
that's the first thing to go away.
yeah. Sometimes the screaming's not good. And I
No,
listen
it's
to like
not.
dance and house music too, and more of the chilling. Kind of the different tones. Play on your endorphins differently. If I don't want to listen to fucking somebody scream in my head for 2 hours, I'll put on a different playlist, and it's just like a more chilling. Nobody's fucking saying a word. It's just beats
Hmm.
and something that somebody created off of a fucking soundboard and was unique enough to make a fucking popular song out of it.
Oh, so you like more like the dubstep house music?
Dubstep, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be big into dubstep. I tampered or I dabbled in making like drum beats and stuff like that, and then trying to do
Oh,
drops, and
okay.
then I got out of that pretty quick. The programs are expensive, and I just don't have the time for that.
Oh,
uh,
I know the feeling, man. It's like, sitting there trying to come up with a good song or whatever. It's, really, really rough because you got to be careful now because if somebody thinks that it's their music, they're going to come after you.
oh
And it's
yeah.
like, well, you got the four basic chords in the world. So if I play one of those chords, I'm going to get copyright striked.
Potentially, but you can win that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'm hoping that the more we have celebrities promoting the legal side of like say promoting their liquors, it does promote a safer environment than what we listen to in our music. Because they're they're not pushing it to say, "Hey, I'm cool because I do this." They're pushing it to adults. That's the primary audience.
Right.
So like with music, it could be anybody listening to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when
Because this is all circling back around, that to what they were saying in the podcast, right? And you even
Mhm.
said you don't like country. Hunter definitely doesn't like country, but George Strait has a bottle out also, and BB said he's willing to go try that. So I think that um, I think that I think Hunter needs to just kind of bend a little bit and try that bottle, even though he's not a country fan. I mean, come on, dude. It's the king of country music.
Yeah.
He's on
No,
par with Elvis.
oh my God. I went to one of the supposed last George Strait tour with him and Martina McBride or something like that.
Oh, that would have been
And
good.
oh, dude, it was fantastic. He sung his voice out. He had to cancel the next two shows to recover.
Yeah.
But then he's back on. He just went back on tour not too long ago, if I'm
What?
correct.
Well, he's like what, 82 now?
Oh my God, he's old. He's older than fucking
Yeah.
dirt. Willie Nelson was still doing tours there for a bit. That fucker is really old.
Yeah, but you got to remember, Willie Nelson's a guy that was actually allowed to go on top of the White House and smoke weed too.
Well, they say he lasts forever
Yeah,
because he smokes. But I
yeah.
mean, it's
I think he did.
hopefully,
I think he just runs on biodiesel now.
yeah, that's probably pretty much it.
He
Just
just
fucking
drinks
pour
it.
vegetable oil down his throat. But I'm hoping that it creates more of a safer environment, getting it out there. You're target you're targeting a primary audience with it. So maybe it'll be bad. Hopefully it won't. Um, but we also need different flavors out there.
Yeah.
Everybody's drinking the same thing. I mean, you got the primary ones for whiskeys is Crown Royal, Jack Daniels, and Black Velvet. It's all the same harshness. Black Velvet's really sweet. Not my cup of tea. That's a aggressive hangover if and potentially not remember the night before. But we need different flavors out there. We need different mindsets on it. It can't just be controlled by underneath one umbrella. I think it'll be good. I hope it'll be good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I a little further out west, from the land of the two drunks, they use a lot more out there for mixing. I mean, they use a lot of Maker's Mark, and and uh, can what's that one Canadian? Not Fireball. Just I think it's just regular Canadian whiskey. Because I mean, out there it's as cheap as water, and it's you know, I think it's, they need to kind of look more into some of these other ones that are just staples out in the
Mhm.
Midwest and everything, and just use those for, some different mixers along the way when they run out of these specialty bottles.
Well, I'm hoping that's what getting them into this whole celebrity kind of show episodes that they're doing, that they keep it with the different mixers and gets them out of the comfort zone. Because
Yeah.
it's a little bit more entertaining seeing them kind of, not particularly squirm, but go, oh, I have no idea what to expect.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. And Hunter, going off what you do, okay, so you would be down to do a George Strait bottle. You just wouldn't know a whole lot of background with him. Well, yeah, okay, I can understand that a little bit, I mean, but you can you got
do a little bit of research.
your friend called Google. He can help you.
His laptop might not be able to handle all that.
Oh, that's true.
Well, and um, I don't like country as much now because most of it is about how, I lost my girl to my neighbor and my dog's, dead and whatnot else. And my truck broke down and left me. And it's all the same three different, the
Yeah,
three same, topics
everybody's
go
writing off
on.
the David Allan Coe song,
Yeah.
right? Yep, and
But
no, that's not country.
George Strait, man, he had so many different unique songs that I think Hunter might be a little bit more willing to listen to instead of just having that same old country road bullshit being spewed.
Yeah,
There's
because
a there's a storytelling to his music, to George Strait's music.
there really is, and I mean, I if you really wanted to try to see some of that storytelling, just go watch the movie Pure Country. And it's not an autobiography or anything else like that, but he's in the movie, but he's playing a fictional type star that's trying to get a start into country music and everything. And
Hmm.
it's really the whole soundtrack literally to Pure Country is like just solid gold. I mean, I listen to it like at least once a month.
Yeah,
And I mean, but I grew up with, George, and Garth, and, Toby, and, Keith, and all the good guys, and, but the ones I listen to the most is still Toby, Keith, and George. Those are my three. Garth, yeah. Um,
yeah.
but it's just and one of the reasons because he's limited to where you can get his music, but another reason is because it was played day in day out, and
No,
it's like,
him and
oh my
Tim
gosh.
McGraw. Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got
no.
so played out of Tim McGraw.
Oh yeah, Tim McGraw. I do love Tim McGraw's music, but
Yep.
I'm more about Toby and Keith than I am, and than I really am Tim. But I mean, I'll listen to a lot more of those than I will, um, the Garth Brooks and stuff like that. And it's just, he had a good run, but it was not as good as his is about more, getting out and trying to entertain people on a stage, not like George Strait, where he's trying to literally tell stories in his songs.
Right. He's writing a book in his music and
Yes.
not just trying to entertain people. He really didn't seem like he cared that much to please people, but more of he wanted to push out that type of music, and that's what he loved doing. I mean, and it worked for him. I mean, it's
Yeah.
still working for him. People fucking love him to death. I mean, he's the king of country. That's that's all there is to it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why, I think that, they definitely need to put that on their shopping list, for sure.
Mhm.
Um,
Well, and
but
they're
let's
not huge rap fans either, but I think they should try the Creek Water from Yellow Wolf. I think
Okay.
they'll like that a little bit because it kind of reminds me a little bit of Jack, the harshness of it. And they both love Jack. I think that would be a good one. They might not know anything about the artist, but just having that bottle might be a good one. Just to maybe not a celebrity episode, but more of just a bottle suggestion, so to speak.
Yeah, the artist I'm surprised to see that really hasn't released anything yet is Jelly Roll, because with his name, you could really do like a fruity type of a flavor in there, and people would probably just buy it up.
I think he's trying to push more of the whole not buying into that market. I mean, he's more of a. I mean, hell, ever since he got out of prison and started being a successful artist, he's more of an inspirational artist, not a wanting to sell you something that's going to put you down. And a lot of people have an issue with alcohol. I mean, hell, most of my family have an issue being able to put down a bottle or even not having more than 6 drinks a night. Like, so I can get it to where he hasn't yet. I mean, I've never heard him speak on it, so I can't really, speak for him, but he's more inspirational. He got sober and won't go for it. See, I figured
Yeah,
that was something to do with
so that's kind of like
it.
Samuel L. Jackson, because that's another one I thought that would actually have a bottle out there. But when he first started out, he was trying to get clean and sober, both the drug and alcohol. And I mean, he still preaches it today about the evils of both, which is great. I mean, kudos to Samuel Jackson, man, because he's one mean ass motherfucker. I had to throw a motherfucker in there at least once. Sorry.
Got to. Tired of these motherfucking planes. Tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
Yep.
So Hunter said I'm down with some rap, and yeah, I know about some Yellow Wolf too. Oh, okay. I didn't know
Okay.
if you'd be. I didn't know if you knew him or not. Most people don't. I mean, who's got a bar in Nashville? BB.
Who, Jelly Roll?
Kind of.
Jelly Roll has a bar?
Jelly Hero has a bar, or Yellow Wolf has a bar. I don't think Yellow Wolf does. He might. You got to be a little bit
Or
more.
or does the Rock have a bar?
I don't know. See that he's not very
Because
descriptive.
you gotta remember, he did say that the Rock grew up literally in his backyard.
Call the Sam L. Jackson bottle yippee ki mother trucker. That's profanity. I'm gonna delete that comment.
Oh, Jelly Roll
Jelly
does.
Roll does.
Okay.
Okay. Well, so I wonder why he doesn't come out with a bottle then if he has a bar.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's trying to distance himself, his name that way. They can come in, get snookered, and then out, but it's not under his label, and maybe his bars not. Maybe it's named something different too.
Maybe he
You
can
never
kick him
know.
out. He can kick him out, but he can't control how much people drink on his bottle. That could be it.
Yeah.
He'd be a hell of a bouncer, though. You see that big motherfucker coming after you?
Oh
Shit.
no shit.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
you would definitely see the Jelly Roll.
That's fucked up. You can't say that. He's a nice man.
No, he's a nice man. He is. And it's like, I watched some of his music and everything. Who was it? At the music awards, he did that tribute, and I mean, it was a really, really nice tribute. No,
He's a
it's
good inspirational speaker too. Like that man,
yeah.
I feel like could hold a conversation with a brick wall, and they would be best friends after. Like, know a couple
Hopefully,
people like
yeah.
that.
You're hoping, right?
Yeah. But yeah, no, hopefully that we can't have more of these celebrity people coming out and more promoting the safe side of it. I think that's a lot that gets missed. Not a lot of people are taught how to safely drink and control yourself with it. It's more of, well, I'm gonna go out at in high school and go party and just get fucking trashed, and that leads into until they're like 30s, just getting tore up from the floor up, and that's not really good.
No, it's not, and I mean that, and growing up out in the plains and everything else, we always had bottles of Jack, everything else floating around out in the farms and everything. So snag a bottle and out to the barn we go and play poker until the cows come back into the barn. It's like, literally, it's like, and that's all before, uh, the wonderful world of, what you're supposed to do as a kid.
It was a good learning experience, though.
Oh
A
yeah.
lot of bad decisions.
Just make sure you know
But
where you're stepping when you're leaving the barn.
yeah, that and I never woke up in a snow pile, so I'm winning on that route.
I never woke up in
Hey,
a snow pile either. But then again, they got winter weather, but not a lot down there, so it was pretty mellow.
my father-in-law did. He ended up having to get warmed up with the hair dryer because they found him down the road. He got mad and fucking walked home, ended up falling into a snowdrift and falling asleep, and his wife found him, took him home, start warming up with a hair dryer. Like, man, come on.
Lucky that you just didn't fill up the hot water in the bathtub and just throw his ass in.
That's what BB does for his hangover cure. I've never heard that before, taking a hot bath to stop the spins.
And normally they tell you to take a cold shower.
Yeah, try to get chills and start sweating it out.
Yep.
Cold sweats. But yeah, so they did the rock bottle. Um Kind of seems like BB's got a kind of a what do they call that? He's starstruck with him a
Yeah.
little bit.
I think he's more starstruck with Reynolds than he was, The Rock, though. He was
Well, he wasn't
buying new
under the
pants and
impression
everything.
that Rock wasn't there.
Yeah.
Like the Rock was supposed to be there. I think if he would have gotten told that the Rock was supposed to be there and he didn't show up, he would have been way more pissed than the Ryan Reynolds thing.
That is true. I think he would have really, flipped the lid if he thought that The Rock was supposed to be there for this one too, and no show.
Yeah, I told him in the comments, I was like, he showed up in my house, man. I don't know where you guys are having an issue getting him to show up.
Well, see, this is the bad thing about it though. The Rock grew up there in the Memphis area, so
Yeah.
there's a possibility that he could have been there.
Yeah. Came
I
in
just
there and
think,
just gave him the old fucking rock bottom.
yep,
I
raise
see
that
that
old
nice car of
eyebrow.
theirs. Yeah. Yeah, what was up with the eyebrow thing? What
That
was it called?
is
The
just,
smolder? They call it the smolder now because they did it in Jumanji
yeah,
as well. Hit him with the smolder.
yeah. I mean, I'm trying to get some other stuff here. Hold on a sec.
Looking off into the abyss, huh?
Pretty much. I was trying to see if I can find out what they actually called it, and on his deal, but I'm not really quite seeing it. Um, but it shows here that his acting career starts way back in 1999, which
Really?
yeah, and
That's
and it's like what he like Hunter was saying that the first role was on That 70s Show where he donned a wig and he portrayed his father Rocky Johnson.
oh, I guess I didn't catch that part.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like okay, and yeah. If you want to look up the episode, it's called That 70s Show, and the episode name is That Wrestling Show.
That wrestling show.
That Wrestling Show. So
I didn't
it's
realize he
got to
was
be out on
actually
YouTube somewhere.
I realized he was on the That 70s Show. That's pretty cool. I see.
Yeah.
It seems like I've watched every single episode. Though. That must have been the one I fell asleep on.
I watched only a little bit here and there of That 70s Show. It was like Red just kind of got on my nerves every once in a while.
Yeah, break his foot off in your ass if he hears you.
Oh, I know he would.
Okay, he did. Wow, he's young.
Oh yeah. Hold on a sec.
But he's still bulky as fuck. I don't understand that. People can be that big. What'd you do?
Oh, I had
You
to
have
cough.
to cough up your water, old man?
Yeah, pretty much.
You haven't taken the Geritol yet, have you?
No, not yet. Geritol for tired blood. Not.
Tired blood. I don't think there's been a single episode with you in it that we haven't talked about Geritol.
No, there's not. And I don't think that they're even in business anymore. If they are, it's like just a cheap generic brand, I think now.
Okay.
But it's like aspirin.
The
It's like
dog's over there.
aspirin. It's like aspirin used to be a brand name, but now it's just a name for generic. I think that's why Geritol is really going for vitamins and stuff, because that's all Geritol really was, just a vitamin.
Yeah. Yeah, they was it Bayer? Bayer's the only one that I know about that actually promotes aspirin like on the bottle, or it's some equate version of it or something like that. Bayer's like
Yeah.
a big producer of it.
Yeah, and well, that's because Bayer was the one who actually came up with the compound for aspirin.
Okay.
So they were the legal trademark holders, but the trademark's only good, or the patent's only good for 20 years, and then the patent's open, but the trademark's still there, so they call it trade. It's a trademark name, but they really can't do much for it because it's kind of generically named.
You're gonna have to get down, love. Sorry, all my girls are coming in to bug me.
They want that camera.
Yeah, that's what it is. Well, this one's cute too, but I can actually show her. The other one's too young. I don't want to put her on camera yet.
Yep.
There's some weirdos out there.
Though there are too many of them out there. I agree.
No, some people like dogs too, but I don't have to worry about her as much. Nobody's gonna steal her. She'll run away. She's fast. The other one will think that there's candy involved and actually hop in there just to get the candy.
Oh yeah.
All right, stay down there. Well, what was your favorite part of that episode? Thank you, beautiful.
I have to think back now again. It's been a minute or two since I've actually seen it. And I kind of watched the abridged version of it. Guys, we were supposed to go live with this last night, but we ran into some technical difficulties, so I kind of did a abridged version so he could be ready for that. But I think, I think one of the best ones was, for me, was probably at the very beginning when Hunter was like literally sniffing that cork. Because I mean, it wasn't just a and done. I mean, it was like, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I mean, for the entire time while BB was sitting there pouring the drinks, he was like literally sniffing that, and he goes,
He's
"I
getting
think I
into
smell
it.
lime." Yeah, he was really getting into it.
He's trying to be a
So,
connoisseur.
yes.
I like
Uh, uh,
I like when they get both started nerding out pretty hard over the rock. Just to see them both kind of, just that the chemistry between, you can tell they're really good friends when they can just hold a conversation like, oh
oh yeah,
shit, like you like him too, holy cow.
yeah. I mean, yeah. You got to admit their chemistry does play well off of each other. I mean, it's almost like that they were literally brothers in sense. I mean, technically, you can kind of consider them to be brothers from their history and everything.
Well, the best advice I ever heard was blood doesn't make family.
Nope.
And that's kind of been like how it's been up here. It's like, yeah, most of the people I consider family aren't blood related, so that's kind of fucked up, but it is what it is.
Yep. Another old saying that we used to use back in the Midwest is you can pick your nuts, but you can't pick your family.
That's true.
It is.
That is true. I've been adopted by like 3 different families so far, so they picked me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. But yeah, no, they definitely got something going on. Hopefully, well, these past episodes, they haven't been really getting too many views either, I've been seeing. Um, they're, I have to look back,
Yeah,
but
we
I
need to
remember
work on
seeing like
some. We need to work on some
14.
SROs with them to try to see if
Yeah.
we can work a little better into that.
Well, they got 50 views on the aviation. Yeah, it's called the aviation. That's my bad. And then their video, yeah, they're rocking out with Teremana. Maybe people just don't like the rock, but they got 14
Yeah,
views on that one.
yeah, that's a possibility, but or it could just be like I said, some SRO issues. I mean, YouTube is a strange beast. Sometimes it'll promote you heavily, and sometimes it will just say on you.
Yeah, I brought that up to him. I think I brought it up in a BB Unfiltered. Um, to where if you don't have his name exactly right, his username on YouTube, you can't find him. If you put a
Yeah,
space in there, you won't be able to find him
yeah,
at
and
all.
and there's ways we can fix that. So I mean, we just need to get with them and figure that out.
Mhm. Definitely. And getting people to like and just leave a comment, it shows that activity on there would help out
Yeah,
immensely as well. It's YouTube is not only about the viewers, it's about, how people react. So if you're getting that like on there, it's a one more step up. Or if you're getting the interactive with the comments and everything else, like, that helps out freaking tremendously.
yeah. Like there's you have literally your viewers, how many people are logged in, and other items. Yes, another big deal is chat. Don't just sit there and watch us. Get up into that chat and just let it rip, man.
Hmm.
The more you chat, the more it shows that people are watching the show, they're engaging with the show. Um, Also here, man, it's like we've had up to 6 views on here. We have 3 concurrent viewers right now. Uh, the only 2 that we've seen is BB and Hunter both, man. It's like we know there's more people lurking out there. So
Yeah, hiding in the
let's
shadows.
yeah, just let us know who you are, man. Uh,
We'd love
it's
to hear from you.
oh definitely. Because I mean, you're all part of the show too. It's like what they tell you. You're part of the show. This is we're just 2 old geezers just sitting here talking about other old geezers.
I'm sitting here eating beef jerky and fucking drinking vodka.
Yep.
And I
And
still
I'm
can't
just
get my microphone figured
and
out.
I'm just downing water everywhere.
We'll see who has to pee first.
Oh, it'll be me. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah. I can usually make it through a show, but there's sometimes if I'm pre-gaming beforehand, I'll have to take a bathroom break.
Oh yeah.
Those 5 hour episodes, those were rough.
Mhm.
Like, I gotta go. I'll be right back. I'm about to pee myself.
It's like who's doing the doggy dance worse, your dog or you?
Just back and forth. But it's a good conversation piece. I don't want to leave.
Yep, that is so true. It's you just really never know what you're gonna run into, especially when like here. I mean, we've kind of probably been all over the place, but I mean that's just the way we are. It's like,
Well,
hey,
yeah, we'll get on
squirrel.
the topic. Yeah. Get that one track mind where I can just tunnel vision off to one side. But it's hard to, they cover quite a bit in their episode, and it's hard to not just want to repeat what they did
Yeah,
because this show's about the aftermath of the squad productions and whatnot, but you don't want to get repetitive with it.
no,
You know,
because I mean, if we wanted to do that, you'd see a little window just right down here, and it would
doing
literally be
react.
well, yeah, we would just do a reaction video, and that's not what we're about here. We're about here, kind of going over, some of the good moments, some of the stuff that we saw that we liked, and then also giving some like we did with George Strait. It's like, hey, here's another body you can go try. It's like
Mhm.
they talked about it, so
Yep.
it's like let's try to get them to kind of swing that way to go try that one, because I mean I'm always out looking for different type of bottles for these two drunks to go try and stuff. But I definitely think that they need to have like a movie night. Go through, watch some of the old classic movies, and pick some of the drinks like a Godfather.
Mm.
I mean, and have a Godfather. I mean, that doesn't have to be the only drink that they drink that night, but you know, kind of get into a situation down that lines with it.
So you're
Uh,
talking like more setting the mood with not particularly watching the movie, but more of maybe show a quick snippet of where that drink was introduced and then going, this is where we got our inspiration from it type deal.
yeah, well, like the Godfather, it was the drink that the Don always had when you saw him
Yep.
with the drink. That was his drink. And maybe talk about the Godfather 1 and 2, because the Godfather 3 is not part of the Godfather saga. Sorry. Um,
Oh, here we
no,
go, Mr. Bias.
uh, don't get me started on that. Even Mario said no. The Godfather 3 is not part of it, because technically Godfather 1 and 2, the book is so good and so long, they had to split it up.
Mhm.
But I think that there's there's a TV series that's out. I need to try to find it. It's called The Godfather Saga, and they actually take everything and put it in full chronological order from beginning to end. And it's like, oh my god, I gotta find that. It was out like for the 50th anniversary of the film.
Okay. I never got into Godfather. I watched 1 and 2, but it's not
Yeah,
one of those that really got me, captivated.
that's a New Year's tradition with me, is to book a day and watch The Godfather 1, then Godfather 2.
Okay. So we know where you're at on New Year's.
Yeah, well, it's not always directly on New Year's, but it's normally within the first week.
Okay. So something to kick your new year off with,
Yeah,
so to speak.
to me, that's still to me, that's within my one of my top 5 movies of all time.
Okay. Well, there you go. Is that what your profile picture on so see you got the hat, little top hat and whatnot on Discord. Is that kind of like a reference to that at all? Like just having that well dressed skull?
No, no, that is well, the decoy part or the duck is because of decoy.
Mhm.
Most people hear the word decoy and the first thing that they think of is a duck,
Okay.
and so it's to me the top hat. It's like I have no clue where that came from. Actually, drunk number one is the one who actually created it for me.
Okay. He still hasn't created me one yet.
Oh, he probably will. Okay, so let's
He
see.
talked about it.
Drunk number two or Hunter says, I like the idea because we are talking about actual named drinks and we just weren't too sure on how that with the movie inspired drinks episodes would not be a bad idea to a way to showcase that. We love our we we love our suggestions.
Well, good.
So yeah, there we go.
Hey, we got validation.
Yes, we do.
But no, I think and that kind of goes with the whole getting out of your comfort zone too. Like with the Ryan Reynolds drink that they did. Well, the vasectomy.
Vasectomy.
Yeah. Sounds funny, but it was good from what I
You,
heard. I still gotta
you
try
would
it.
you would think that that'd be the drink that they would give you at 2 a.m. for the last call.
Yeah,
All right,
I
you're
can see
done.
that.
Clip.
We're gonna cut you off, literally. But yeah, they did cover quite a bit of the Rock's history, didn't they?
Yes, they did. They really went down. They started going down to like the new show, the Young Rock, or is it the Young Rock? Is that the name of the new TV show that he's coming out with? Um, I had to go dig through here.
Yeah, you got Young
It's
Rock that's 2021 through 2023.
Yeah, that's the one I think that BB was saying that they were literally like filming just down the road from him. Because like I said, he grew up in his neck of the woods up there.
Which would make sense if they're trying to do something that portrays him being younger, that they would integrate instead of doing it as a scene, because there's so much that you can just get from the environment itself
Hmm.
instead of creating something in a studio.
Oh
So
yeah,
that would
it's
make
always
more
best
sense
to
if they
film on
went back to the
location,
roots.
and
Right.
you never know. He might go back to that '70s show, and he might put a wig on and go as his dad in the TV series. You never know.
I'll have to look on that because I haven't even seen a lick of that Young Rock
I
TV
Yeah,
show. Is it
I
on
haven't either.
Netflix?
I don't know where it's at.
It's probably on HBO or something.
It's the
Peacock.
Peacock.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, it's free on Peacock.
Yeah, it's free on Peacock. Oh, is it fully free? Okay. Let's see. Network is NBC, so yeah, that would be Peacock.
Okay. So do you still have to pay for Peacock, or is that kind of like a confused by all these streaming services that are coming out? Kind of hard to keep up.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It may be, um, may be down the lines of where you'd have to do like, ad after ad after ad, like watch 15 ads before you get 5 minutes of film.
Oh, that free Hulu shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nuts. I don't know why you're looking at me like that, dog. You're not getting my pizza. No. We got the other
Pizza.
dog got let in. Yeah, my girlfriend brought me a plate of pizza and some beef jerky, and then let the tubby dog in.
Oh, the
He's
vacuum.
80. He's 82 pounds. Yes, and he's definitely a vacuum cleaner. That's for sure. He'll eat everything, including the carpet.
Yeah.
He looked so hurt when I said that. He kind of looked at me with puppy dog eyes. Like, get out of here.
Yeah, he says, "You owe me a piece of pizza now."
Yeah, or some of that beef jerky.
The dog is
Wait,
about to go mafia on you.
do you want some beef jerky, buddy? Yeah, I'm not talking. Oh, now I got the other ones. Come here, Zena. Come here and get some beef jerky too. Jesus. Oh my word. All right, where were we? Getting freaking ADD breaks over here, just
Oh, exactly.
distracted by everything.
Yeah, so I don't think he's actually starring in the Young Rock. I think he's just an executive producer. But
Okay.
so I mean, as of right now, because I kind of did a quick look in the credits and everything, and I only saw him as an executive producer.
Yeah, I don't see him in the cast at all.
Yeah.
Oh, it says he's there. And it says he's in it, at least.
Did it?
Who plays yourself? Who you got to be so fed up with yourself you're gonna play yourself in your own TV show. Come on. Even if it
Oh,
is about you.
so he does as himself in scenes only in the future. Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So I mean I can understand that to where you're doing that, but I still think it'd be kind of funny to see his dad, him dressed up as his dad again to do that, because I don't see anybody on there. But I mean, a lot of the reoccurring cast from the 1982 one. It says the characters who appear in 1982 also appear in 1987 and the 1990s. They got people portraying the Iron Sheik, the Junkyard Dog, Randy Savage, the World Samoans, Sergeant Slaughter, and I mean these are all people I grew up watching TV. And then Miss Elizabeth. Then you got Mean Gene Okerlund. Nobody can leave him out, man. Mr. T. For some reason Liberace's in like season 3. Hulk Hogan. And I mean then you got like people portraying like Vince McMahon, Roddy Ryder Piper, and some other ones like Bob Owens. I haven't heard that name in a long long time. But they even got somebody playing Stone Cold Steve Austin in seasons 2 and 3, and
Oh, they
Mick Foley.
do.
Yeah.
Oh, I see him now.
And then they got one random guy that says Chad Frost, a fictional wrestler. It's like, okay, wait. So you got all these other actors playing these high-end professional wrestlers, but you couldn't find a house shoe to fill that fictional wrestler.
He didn't look anything like him.
Well, you know what a house shoe is, right?
No, I have no idea.
Okay, so a house shoe in professional wrestling is a guy that's never going to make title. He's never going to be on TV. He does house shows. That's all he does. So he'll go in. So The Rock and this guy will have a bout in, a Jimmy's Garage in Fargo, North Carolina. And it's so that they can sell the name. And it's a guy that The Rock's going to beat. That's what a house shoe is. Right. That's what a house shoe is.
Okay. So who's playing that guy?
Let's see. That was Anthony Williams. I'm probably butchering his name. ELT L Tony F Tony. Yeah. Eltony Williams. But yeah, it's, you know, just a lot of, you know, people playing a lot of these great people, even like Cyndi Lauper and everything. Captain Lula Banyu for wrestling, like Ricky the Steamboat. I mean, they've got all these other ones in here, even for cameo wrestlers. But the guy just a fictional wrestler out of the blue. That almost needs a cricket sound for that one. I'm sorry.
Right. Too bad I don't have a soundboard.
Yeah.
That's something I might have to look up though and try to see if I can get any free episodes on. It seems like it'd be a pretty good, you know, because they got even somebody portraying Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
Like,
And I mean, to me, it looks like it'd be a good show. It's just, you know, I'm just one of these people. I've got enough subscriptions in life. I don't need another one. And it's like, you know, if I could find it, you know, on a different source where I don't have to pay $20,000 to go watch a stupid episode to see if I like it or not. You know, and I don't want to sign up for a damn subscription because, you know, then that's another damn thing I have to worry about. Oh, you forgot to cancel, so here, give us your money. And that's what they bank on. I hate that.
did you know? I don't know if they covered this um in the podcast, The Two Drunks, but apparently he was in the Wizards of Waverly Place as well.
Was he really?
Family, yeah, they said it's popping up here. Family Game Night. Maybe not that episode, but yeah, it's saying that he was in that because it came up with a list of his TV shows and whatnot. He did a voiceover in Transformers Prime.
Yeah, I
This
mean,
dude's freaking everywhere.
yeah, he's literally been everywhere. And I mean, it's just, you know, I can't believe how much, you know, he's actually done. And on top of that, he is still big with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. You know, he's also
Really?
got his own foundations for the Rock Foundation, doing charity work for like terminally ill children and everything. So I mean, it's like, you know, stuff like this is, you know, other than just having an alcohol drink out there, you know, that's one thing Vince really wants his wrestlers to do, is to be a part of the community. And, you know, you can't think of a better way than like with the Make-A-Wish Foundation or St. Jude or anything like that. Because, man, those kids are our future.
Yeah, that's for sure. And so they brought this up on the podcast, and I kind of want to get your input with it. Did you watch The Scorpion King at all? The Mummy, The Scorpion King?
I think back on the Mayflower, I did.
Back on the Mayflower? That was the on flight video for you.
Yeah, pretty much. We had to look it up on the slates.
Oh, it was probably in that catalog, your ship catalog.
Yeah, pretty much.
Called
Actually, I
what
think
was
it was
that,
just a camera
Skywall?
pointing. I think it's actually just a camera, you know, pointed at the pyramids at the time.
Oh, jeez. You are old then, huh? But I was going to ask you what you thought of the CGI, because that was like kind of a bigger topic.
um,
BB says, I'm here, I'm here. Nobody's talking to you. You're fine.
yeah. Yeah. So I don't remember the Scorpion King all that well, to be honest with you. Like I said, it's been a while since I've literally watched it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I think at the time it was like I was going through one of those deals that's like, oh great, it's another Rock movie. Because you gotta remember, he came out with The
Oh,
Mummy Return, then Long Shot, and then The Scorpion King. Like 3 movies, bam, 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 all within 2 years. And it's like, really? Okay.
I can see that. Yeah, I was getting to that point with The Rock too, you know, because it seemed like everybody was going to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Like, you should look it up. Look it up real quick. The Mummy, Scorpion King, bad CGI, and go to the images, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. But
It
it's
is
like,
absolutely atrocious.
because it's like, I do not like, you know, the Fast and the Furious. I mean, I get it. It's a franchise. He's all over the place, but
Hmm.
not for
It's
me.
been played out so fucking bad. Like,
I
I
mean,
really like what they did with when Paul Walker first passed away,
yeah.
and then they did the tribute to him driving away and everything else because he died in the middle of filming that movie. So they had to take what they could from it. But I liked it. But ever since after those, it's kind of like I don't know. I never really got back into them.
Yeah, I think what are they on now? Fast and the Furious, you know, 254 or something like that.
Nah, it might be 69.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, it's like always. I mean, like I said, I get it. It's a franchise. You got to milk it for everything it's worth. But believe me, at one point, the cow's gonna run dry.
Hmm. Yeah, you got to get a new one.
Yeah,
Just
pretty
rename
much.
it. Or you can do a remake and have all new cast, and it'll do good in this era.
Yeah, and I mean, there's you know, let's see, what was that one? Hold on a sec, let me look it up. I think it was the Jungle Cruise. I mean, okay, so the Jungle Cruise is not that old of a movie and everything else, and it's based, and of course, it's based off the Disney rides at the theme parks and everything else. That was, I kind of get why they put him in there because you know he's got that, you know, smirk and the upper eyebrow and everything else, but the corny jokes, and to me it was like almost trying to mimic the African Queen. To me that movie was just one of those, it's like, Disney, you should have just passed on, kind of like the Haunted Mansion movies series. Pass.
The Haunted Mansion series.
Yeah, so
Oh, that is very similar. Okay, I see what you're meaning by the African Queen.
yes, I mean,
Wow.
literally they took the ride and they put the corny jokes in, but yet everything, literally almost like you just took the African Queen and rewrote it and put Disney all over the front of the movie.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, no, I thought it was going to be a lot better. But if you want to save time, you want to save energy for a rock movie, just go watch the trailer.
Just go watch the trailer. You'll get the gist of it.
You'll get the entire movie all in 2 minutes.
I wonder. There's one guy. I wonder if he has a liquor bottle here. Do you know Cat Williams?
Cat Williams?
Yeah, he's a
And that's the one with the
comedian.
cat with the K, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Cat Williams. Um,
I wonder if he's got a liquor brand.
let's see. I don't think he
I
does.
think he
He's
just
drinking.
drinks cognac.
Yeah, he drinks cognac and Hennessy Paradise. Is what's showing up. Shannon Shapes Cognac and Lee Porter Cognac by Shannon. So that would be Shannon. The original Hennessy Fire Department Cognac. So yeah, I think he's more of a cognac drinker, to be honest with you.
Okay. That would make sense. I'm just looking up here to see who.
And cognac has that very distinct taste, so it's almost like something that you'd have to be um, really wanting to do, because it's the way that it's actually done and sent over, because it's like double distilled, and it's a very, very dense alcohol also. It's not your sipping whiskey, that's for sure.
Right. Matthew McConaughey. Apparently, he has the Wild Turkey Long Branch bourbon. I didn't know that.
Really?
So that George Strait drink, that's a tequila, isn't it?
Yeah, it should be a tequila.
It's Condingo.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah, however you say that. I'm gonna mess it up. It's got the ch over the O.
yeah, Candido. 1530. Does he have a bourbon too?
I thought he had a whiskey or a bourbon. Maybe BB can help us out with this since he's the fanboy.
Uh,
Bob Dylan's got a Heaven's Door whiskey. Oh, that's a pretty neat bottle.
I got. Oh,
No, I think it's just a tequila.
yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's a tequila. 18-month in a French wine oak Napa Valley Cabernet wine barrels. So it has a rich oak and vanilla notes.
So I wonder if we're gonna get a, because they did quite a bit of whiskeys or dark liquors last year. I wonder if we're gonna get some more clears this year. So I think they filled that mist or the, oh shoot, what's it called now? I'm blanking. They filled
Well,
their container up pretty quick of the darks last
yeah.
year.
Well, if they're gonna do it, I would recommend that they actually go out to his website for it, because they have a couple of drinks that are on their main deal for their cocktails. One of them's called Ranch Water, and it's Rosa plus lemon juice, and I think that would be a good one to pair with it. I mean, if you look at it, because as you saw in the pictures and everything else, it's a very dark liquor, and this ranch water literally looks like dirty water, and I get where they get the name for it, but I mean it's with the rose and the lemon juice with it, especially with the notes that they're saying is supposed to be on here, it sounds like it'd be very good.
Oh, that looks pretty neat too. Yeah, it's a little bit clearer than most of the muddy water I've drinking.
Yeah,
Pumpkin spice margarita. They had to put the pumpkin spice thing in there.
yeah. I don't know why. I mean, me, I would probably be more out to go after like the Cadillac margarita than the pumpkin spice myself.
I think that Bloody Maria looks really good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the Bloody Maria. I mean, that's a good take on a good Bloody Mary. That's for sure.
Okay, my trackpad's not working for me anymore. It's starting to piss me off.
Yeah, my
Keep scrolling down.
my stream deck just decided to go completely. Hey, let's just randomize everything. That just came back to normal. It's like but looking over their cocktails on their website, I mean, it looks like they have a good deal. They even have a tequila martini, which is just blanco and floral. Now, of course, if they did that, I want to make sure I see BB and Hunter, you know, with that old pinky in the air.
Oh yeah, Pinky's out.
Yep.
That martini might be pretty good too, though.
Yeah.
I've never had a martini before. Dude, they
Okay.
should do a James Bond one because he's always drinking
Oh,
those dry.
double gin martini, extra dry.
Yep, and shaken, not stirred.
Yep.
I want to see BB in a suit coming in, looking all fly, and order one of those from Hunter. That'd be a pretty cool skit. He'd
Yeah.
have to get a suit though.
Oh, you can rent suits.
Rent a frost white suit.
Yep. No, I think you'd have to go for the clip-on bow tie though,
Oh yeah, definitely.
because it'd take him a full, you know, day or night trying to just get the bow tie tied.
Well, I mean, how committed does he want to be here?
Clip-ons.
Clip on, yeah, that's pretty.
Yep.
That's pretty
It
much
would be a
it.
clip-on. But yeah, I think the double martinis, double gin martinis, The Godfather. I mean, that's two classic. You know, everybody knows those two movies right there. I'm trying to think of another one that would actually be a good one that would actually have a lot of drinks that would probably be in it. It's kind of hard because it's something you almost see constantly in a movie.
Yeah, but you never really pay much attention to it. It's more of
You
like
don't.
yeah, because there's not. Because the only drinks I really remember are the martinis in movies, and then there's always a scotch.
Yeah.
You know, it's either you got something in your globe, which I want to get one of those globe liquor cabinets. You know, that opens up and it's got
Yep.
storage for all your liquor and your ice and whatnot. I think that'd be pretty cool. But it's always martinis or scotch. There's
Yeah.
not a lot of whiskeys, and there's,
Oh,
I mean,
Ocean's
even
11.
Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 11, because there's a lot of different drinks that flow in that movie. Because Frank has his drink, Dino has his, Sammy wasn't much of a drinker, but Cesar Romero had a drink. Yeah, I'm talking about the old one. Yeah, not the new one, you
George
young
Clooney?
pups. Yeah, that one. No. Go Rat Pack. Rat Pack all the way.
Rat Pack?
Rat Pack.
What?
Sammy Davis Jr. You got, wait, okay, so the Rat Pack is Sammy Davis Jr., Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Joey Bishop,
Oh,
and
what was Frank
Lawford.
Sinatra's drink? What was he always drinking?
Let's see. That was a good question.
Because Frank Sinatra's another classic name. Whiskey and cocktails, including the Rusty Nail, an old fashioned, and it's the Manhattan that I've always known.
Yeah. So his favorite out of all was Jack Daniels.
Of course it was.
Yeah. So he would always go for Jack Daniels and would order a 2-finger measure with 3 or 4 ice cubes on the rocks in a glass. So that was his favorite one. It's also said that he's actually buried with a bottle of Jack Daniels Black Label.
Oh.
So,
how long has he been passed away now? That thing's aged.
Oh yeah, it's aged some time. Frank Sinatra, when did he pass?
May 14th, 1998. So it's not too old.
No, it's not too old, but I mean, yeah, well, that's the deal though. Whiskey doesn't age like once it's in a bottle, it stops aging.
Yeah,
it only ages while it's in the actual wood, the wood cask. So that's what I would have done. I would have had the whiskey poured back into a wood cask, then buried with them. That way it'd really be aged.
Big casket.
Yeah.
Oh, Jack Daniel's uh, Frank Sinatra Select is $150. Or it's a $200 bottle. My
$200.
God.
So $200 bottle back then would be almost like a $600 bottle now.
No, now it's a $200. Like people are selling it for $200. The
Oh,
wooden
$200.
the
Okay. I
right.
thought that's
It's
how
a
much they
200.
paid. I thought that's what they paid to put it in the deal.
No, it's Jack Daniel's Frank Sinatra Select brand. They they ran a line with it.
Yeah. Okay.
I still think they should do a Blanton's bottle or a Blanton's episode with cigars.
Yeah. So I don't know if they can handle Dean Martin's favorite drink or not.
Ooh, what's that?
It's called a Rusty Nail, a cocktail that mixes 3 different Scotch whiskeys with a Dunbury and a sweet liqueur.
Yeah, that was one of Frank Sinatra's drinks he liked too.
Yeah. So Martin was a fan of JB Rare, black and white blended Scotch, and Hog pinch bottle.
Okay.
So I mean they've got a couple of deals, uh, but even though a lot of times he didn't drink a lot like his persona showed, most of the time his favorite drink, believe it or not, was apple cider
Yeah.
because it looked like whiskey. And it's easy for them to completely play off of.
Well, you're not getting all torn up trying to do several
No,
scenes.
that's like Foster Brooks. Foster Brooks never was drunk, but he played the most lovable lush on the face of the earth.
Hmm.
And that's why Foster Brooks was always on any one of the Dean Martin Celebrity Roast, because between Dino and Foster, they had 2 lovable lushes, and it's like always worked great together. Now, I don't know what Sammy Davis Jr.'s is. It was a highball made with Japanese whiskey. He was
Okay.
often photographed with the highball in hand.
I ate one piece and the beef jerky. I'll get in trouble because I'm eating. She's gonna beat me. If you don't hear from me tomorrow. She finally did me in.
I have to put out a most wanted poster. Or have you seen me poster?
Yeah, have you seen me put me on a milk carton? Oh goodness. Well, I think we've been going for an hour and a half now, huh?
Yeah, we are 1 hour and 34 minutes. Give or take the 4 minutes of the intro. I think we're right at an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's something that we should probably address there. 4-minute intro.
Yeah, we can work
Maybe
on
that's
it.
where we're losing. Maybe that's where we're losing people.
It's possible, but we can always work on it. We do have other producers and everything else. We still have good bunch of people still looks like still in there. We've got pretty good so far. It looks like it may be buffering a little, or just buffered a hair, but we're still good. I mean, because YouTube will allow a live stream to go for 12 hours before they kick you out.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't think I can do that.
I'll end up
Uh,
passing out. Then they'll have to
yeah,
kick us out because we'll be idle.
exactly. Well, yeah, we'll be the ones passed out, from just running on the fumes of the Two Drunks podcast.
Yeah, no kidding. Thinking about doing an episode right after they do their two drunks. Get them on here while they're all tuckered up.
Well, that could be good and it could also be bad because it may be to the point to where we don't see them because they stumble out of the room for an intermission and don't return.
Oh, the couch might call their name,
The
or the
couch,
floor, whichever
the
one.
couch, the bathroom floor, the toilet, bathtub, anywhere along the way.
Well, I hear Hunter likes the hallway floor better. He says it's comfier.
Yeah. Yep.
That was on the New Year's episode that didn't air. The New Year's
Unfortunately.
special.
Yeah, that was definitely one for the books.
It was for something. I think hidden way back in a dark corner, never to be viewed.
Yeah. That's one of those, Clockwork Orange type movies where it's like, are they gonna come get me for watching this?
Yeah. Well, I think it's been a pretty good episode. I think we're gonna wrap up here. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
I believe we've actually touched on quite a bit tonight. Actually,
Yeah,
I
kind of
think
been well rounded.
yeah. I mean, considering how that we finally kicked the drunk out of the room, so we can talk freely.
Yeah, no kidding. We don't have to worry about him getting all drama queeny,
Oh
getting all
yeah,
upset. Hunter said, "Yeah, mine was the floor and BB's was the tub."
but the tub. Yeah,
Yeah,
I knew
that's a
one was
rough
the
one.
other. Yeah,
Yeah. You found your way to the couch, though, Hunter, eventually.
yeah.
With or without help, whatever you want to believe.
Yeah, he said you had to go take an intermission, then you made a detour and kept going.
Just kept going.
Kept going.
Well, all right. I think thanks for coming. Thanks for hosting it, and it's been a pretty short week compared to everything we've had to get ready.
Yep. The drama
Drama
queen
queen here.
had to come in at the last minute.
That's what the D
Yes.
in drunk stands for, is drama queen.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I think we did pretty well, and hopefully we got most of the bugs worked out, and um, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna try to do something that I know that they don't do a lot of times. And I know you probably don't do either. Is go back and watch a little bit of this because I want to see how the audio is turning out. Because this is the first time that we switched over from drunk number one or BB running the actual show to me actually running it. So I want to make sure everything looks good, sounds good, and if there's any tweaking that needs to be done, we'll do that between the next aftermath.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'll have to rewatch it too because it's something that I've got to get used to. Fucking eating my pizza, really.
Yeah.
Is that good? I'll have to watch it too, just to see how everything's turning out.
Okay.
These quality controls gonna have to be important.
Yeah.
She's still in my pepperoni now. That was a sausage.
Well, I think we need to get off here so you can go have some food.
I think so too. It's gonna be gone by the time I get it, huh?
Exactly.
Well, yeah. So this has been, was it episode 4 of the aftermath now?
Yeah, episode 4.
Yeah, thanks for coming, everyone, and make sure you leave a like and a comment. Something that we didn't cover here that we may get to later. Any suggestions always welcome, and shows that you're watching, and love to have the interaction.
Yeah, definitely would. So who are you again?
I think I'm Timmy.
You're Timmy, and
The
I'm
honorary
Beeple.
half drunk.
Yeah, the honorary half drunk. Okay, and with that, I guess we'll go ahead and close it out, and I guess we will see you on the next one.
See you on the next one, guys. Peace.
Peace.
Their laughter masks all that pain. Timmy's eyes showing the heat, burning bridges all in vain. After the mind dies, there's nowhere to hide. Echoes of the past on every side. Truth spills raw, cutting deep wide. Timmy's haunted by what he can't confide. The squad's faces all turned to stone. Two drunks drown in a lifeless sea. Every word etched in his bones. Their stories twist in reality. Moments of glory now shrouded in grime. Podcast shadows cling tight, refuse to let go. Faded memories tangled in time. Timmy's truth, a bitter afterglow. After the light dies, there's nowhere to hide. Echoes of the past on every side. Truth spills raw, cutting deep wide. Timmy's haunted by what he can't confide. The squad's faces all turned to stone. Two drunks drown in a lifeless sea. Every word etched in his bones. Their stories twist in reality.